Hi everyone. Hope everyone is good. Happy Sunday, Monday. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I see the haters are here already. Are you not tired after the last week? I mean, not only were our faves serving while you were looking at seaweed and chopping wood. Yes, for those of you who don't know what was going on the other side, not that it matters too much, but on the other side, they were chopping wood in the forest and looking at seaweed. And I guess that's why they're over here. I guess that's why they're over here because we have been having fun. Have you guys seen the video of David Wiseman, who now has the name of Invictus Bay, dancing with the Nigerian team? I'm gonna upload it onto the shorts. Like that is a level of joy that we were having while y'all were looking at seaweed and chopping wood in the forest. So I guess I don't blame you for being over here. But if you're going to be over here, can you please hate and silent? Don't come in the comment section. You will be blocked. Like one person has been already. Don't be mad at us. Be mad at your faves being boring. Right? Anne needs to let me in so I can sing All We Do Is Win. I heard that DJ Khaled doesn't play around with copyright, so I'm afraid I just can't do that, Rahini. Do you know what? I think for the Christmas party, do you know what I think we'll do? We'll have a karaoke. I think we need to do that. Then everybody can get their singing. But yeah, all we you're right, Rahini. All we do is win no matter what. And we have been doing nothing but winning all week. Yeah, not even the Forest wanted Peggy. Okay. Oh god. So the tabloid media have been trying to, I think Baron discussed this on his last podcast. This whole thing with William going to the UN and him trying to be a statesman. Apparently, there was a whole article on CNN about him being a statesman, and they've been trying to twist um his appearance. And from what I understand, he's not meeting with the UN. He's going to give a speech at the UN or at a room in one of the hotels near the UN. Like they've been trying to spin it into something else, but there doesn't need to be any spin for our faves because look at these pictures. Look at these pictures. Meghan bought the best of the fashion on the last night. I love this look. It's a laser cut dress, about $700. But of course, here in the squad, we must have quite a few rich aunties because sold out already. I love this color on her. Daniel wasn't there in Dusseldorf, so I think she was doing her own makeup throughout the whole thing, and how fabulous she looked. By the way, if you go in the links in the description box, I do actually have an Amazon shopping front, and I have been collating a lot of the items that she recommended in the text. So if you want to see some of the makeup that Meghan used, then you can go to that. But what an amazing closing ceremony it was. A great way to end what has been a fantastic week. An inspiring week, a motivating week, a fashionable week. I mean, this week gave us everything. But of course, more than anything, it was about the athletes. And I have to shout out my own team, I guess. Shout out to Team GB, who did a pretty amazing job. I think this gentleman right here, just for his moustache, deserves a medal. I don't know what he won in, but he won in something. Well done to you, sir, and the whole Team GB. Was given absolutely no love whatsoever from the royals or anyone particularly prominent in the UK, but they still showed up and did an amazing job and made Great Britain proud. So, shame on the royals. These are servicemen and women who have fought for the country, and you've had absolutely nothing to say while giving yourself trinkets and medals and titles. But as Harry said in his closing speech, which was phenomenal, even better than his opening, actually, it's not about the uniform that you wear, and that doesn't define you. And I thought that was a brilliant thing for him to say, given that throughout the entire time of the Queen's funeral, all we heard about was how, Harry wasn't going to be able to wear his uniform. And I think one of his uniforms, they had taken away, what are they called? Those symbols that they put on the uniform and stuff. They had like ripped them off of one of his uniforms. I mean, it's just ridiculous. A soldier is a soldier in the heart. Okay, if there's war tomorrow, it doesn't matter whether or not you're wearing uniform. You got to go to the front line. The medals don't matter. You got to go to the front line. The titles don't matter. You got to go to the front line. So all of this fuss and hoo-ha about medals and titles, and I have to say, even to some members of the squad, I remember they were getting so emotional about all of this, about whether or not he's going to be able to wear his uniform and whether or not, are the titles going to be removed. I have never cared about that whatsoever, because at the end of the day, all the medals that they want to give themselves, they still cannot match up to this. This is what matters. How you touch people, how you inspire people, how you bring communities together, how you create impact, how you create legacy. And you do not need a title or a uniform to do that. You do that with hard work, with authenticity. And you do it most importantly with heart and with love. As Harry and Meghan have said before, love wins. And this week, love won. Against 6 years of a smear campaign, here we are. The smear campaign did not work. People have woken up, even the ones who had fallen for it at the beginning. And the ones who are still falling for it, well, they can stay in hell. If they'd rather be down there with the maggots, fine. We'll be up here having a grand old fabulous time, dancing around with Team Nigeria. Thank you. Hush. Rant over. It was a great evening. I was a little bit disappointed, I have to say. I did actually stay up all the way to the end. I really wanted Rita Ora to perform Hot Right Now. That is like her biggest song. And like there's a Sam Ryder giving Meghan a fist bump there. In my mind, I was like, the Invictus closing ceremony is going to close with Rita Ora singing Hot Right Now, and there's going to be confetti, and there's going to be pyros. It's fine. They can hire me for Vancouver. I'll put together the Vancouver opening. Avril Lavigne and Nelly Furtado for the opening. Nickelback, I think they're all Canadian. I'm pretty sure they're all Canadian. And then we can have Beyonce for the closing. Perfect. But otherwise, I thought it was a great event. It was, I think they just went for songs that were just more uplifting and inspiring, if anything. And I thought the host did a great job. She did it by herself this time, and she looked beautiful in her blue dress. And this was very interesting. The inclusion of the Indigenous community from Canada. My mind wrote a million thought pieces when I saw this. I don't have the footage right now, but there is that famous footage of Camilla and Charles laughing at Indigenous Canadians while they're doing some kind of like traditional song, and Charles and Camilla are laughing. So I think this is a great statement to make, and it has been said that they will be very greatly involved at the games when it goes to Vancouver. So that was great to see, and it was a full house also, mind you. And everybody was just having a fantastic time. This was actually during the handover ceremony. So on to Vancouver we go, and we also had a message from Justin Trudeau, his current Prime Minister. And yeah, let's start packing our clothes for Vancouver. It's gonna be cold, so I'm looking at outfits already. Definitely, I'm gonna go for the pink one. Those of you who live in Canada, Sussex Squad, you're gonna have to help us and tell us how to dress. All right, we'll get your comments before I get on to the next thing. Oh, thank you so much, Alan Banon, for super chat. You said, "Lol, I can see Peg in the men's room giving us." Listen, William, I'm sure he's stepping up his game. Okay. Cinderella, Monday. Yes, here in Malaysia it's 2 a.m. My sleeping pattern is so messed up right now. That's why I'm still awake. Otherwise, I would have done the podcast a lot earlier and gone to bed early. Hey, Andrea, thank you so much for joining me live. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Invictus, indeed. Let's see. Yeah, Ginger Lily. I think Meghan hit all the right notes of her clothes. She definitely has a signature style. Like you can see that she is very consistent. with her lines, the fabrics that she chooses, the colors, and the way she uses pops of color. It's very her like if you were to show me a picture of one of her looks, I could probably actually tell you where it's from, and that's how you create iconic looks. Leslie Ann, I bet most of the morning talk shows will want to talk about the soldiers. Um, I hope they refute. Why would they refute? Why would they not talk about the soldiers? I think it's a good thing to talk about the soldiers. They should be talking about the soldiers. Oh, sorry, I read your comment wrong. Talk to the soldier. Okay. Um, I mean, I think if the soldiers want to talk to the morning talk shows, that may not actually be a bad thing, especially if the soldiers themselves point out the lack of support. So I do get what you're saying now, Leslie Ann. But it may be a good opportunity for the soldiers to come out and say something. Rahini, anyone who works for Mattel, we need to get a Tiara Barbie doll. Uh, or I mean, they've got so many looks to choose from now, and so does Kate. Even though if she does the copycat thing again, I'm gonna try and ignore it this time because we know it's probably coming. Thank you, Lucy Wynn, for reminding people to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And there are now, what are we on? Because I'm growing so quickly, I can't even keep up with how fast the channel is growing. Thank you to all of our new subscribers that have come in just this week alone. Over 5,000 new subscribers. That is wild. Yeah, Macklemore was great at the opening as well. I think they chose good performers, and even though there were some people were saying, "Oh, I didn't recognize the songs, I didn't recognize the artists," I think they were just trying to get performers that would sing songs that would match the moment. By the way, Rita Ora is actually signed to Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z's label. So I don't know. Might explain why she didn't perform at the Jubilee or the Coronation because she is a British artist, but she's signed to Rock Nation. Personally, you're gonna need an arc here in CS. Sorry, SC. I don't know where that is, but is it raining a lot? Is it like really bad rain? I hope you're not getting flooding. Oh yes, Callie, that was it. They were doing traditional throat singing, and Camilla and Charles were laughing. Anne Gromley, you said that I found the Invictus Games personally inspiring. I have been battling pain and mobility issues since my knee replacements and cancer treatments. I feel encouraged. That is amazing, Anne, and I'm so glad that you felt inspired. And if you feel inspired watching, I mean, I don't know if you're a service person, but if anything, um, maybe it will inspire you to um try and get involved in if there's any like sports programs or just anything that can help you. I feel sometimes we just assume that there aren't things like out there, but do look, if there's like local community that you can find people that are going through like the same things that you are, and maybe that can help you find community. But I'm glad that you feel really inspired, and I think that's amazing, and that's the point. To watch people who have been through so much and yet persevere and perform at the highest level, um even through pain, like Gabe. I think he said that his pain was constantly at a 7, and that's not anything that anyone should ever have to go through, but he hasn't let it stop him. So it has been really, really inspiring, and I wish you really good health, Anne. Yes, Thrive and Stride. What a weekend. What, a whole week? Like the whole week. Thank you so much, Val Rich. And to Lorna, you said William is trying to get an invite to the UN Climate Summit, September 20th. He will be in New York the 18th to the 19th. Okay. Well, why is he trying to get an invite? I mean, surely if you like what with his whole earthworm, he still can't get an invite? I don't know what's going on with those other ones, and I don't think they do either. I think they are so lost. They are probably banging their heads on the wall and trying to figure out how they're going to outdo all of this instead of just focusing on themselves. Ah, South Carolina. Is that where you live, Chestnutly? Vera, you said, I almost missed a day. I have been unwell these past few days. Oh, sorry about that. But you feel a little better now. That's good to know. I'm glad you feel better, Vera. Thanks for coming back to join us. Yes, that was really cool as well, Ruth Lopez. I love that every country got to choose their own music. Which was your favorite Meghan look out of all of them? I think for me, it's definitely like between the green dress and the white romper. Okay. Um, last thing that I wanted to point out. So here are the numbers that we did. Over 125,000 visitors. I think they were only actually expecting 100,000, mind you. So great for the local economy, and it didn't cost them too much. Or at least the actual building of everything and hosting the athletes, that was all paid for. The most that they would have had to pay for was, of course, police, security, but those are the type of things that you pay for when you have a big event like this. But I think what they got back was definitely worth it, and it nowhere near what they would spend hosting the Commonwealth Games or the Olympic Games or the Paralympics. 1,000 accredited journalists, 14,000 student visits, 1,500 visits from military allies, and 25 million online viewers from around the world. Shout out to the social media managers on the Invictus social media as well. They've been doing a great job. And Germany has been so impressed that there will be Invictus Games Germany under the initiative and leadership of Dusseldorf. So basically, like a national and regional competitions, and then I'm assuming that will then lead up to the main Invictus Games. And I think that'll be a good way of getting more services to more people and making sure that more people can get involved throughout the year and in between Invictus Games as well. Rochelle, Willie wants an invite to make a speech at the UN, not just be part of a climate change summit. Well, what is Earthshot not enough? I mean, they're literally going to Singapore. That's not enough. Yeah, no, I think William needs serious therapy because the jealousy, other than making his hair leave his head, I think it's just eating him up inside. He's jealous his brother is more popular. He's jealous that his brother got the wife that he did. I think he's also jealous of his brother's freedom. I think he's battling with the fact that he wants this position of king, but they must know and they must see the opinion of the public and how the perception of the monarchy is going down. If they don't, then there must be an emperor's new clothes situation going on in that palace, but they must to some extent know. I mean, how many times are you going to get booed in public? But it never had to be this way. It really never had to be this way. They chose this. Yes, Harry was invited to give a speech. Yes, Merslin, what a legacy Harry has created. Because this is something that, you know, it's always gonna be needed. Servicemen and women need something to keep them inspired, to keep them hopeful, to keep them busy. And I think it's just going to keep growing and growing, especially now that people have seen the impact and what it brings in. And you've already got South Korea asking if they can do the bid for the 2029 games. And I believe that they will win. They seem very keen and they've proven they can hold big events before. Oh, yes, of course. Um, Meghan spoke for UN Women. So I think that also must make William a bit jealous. Yeah, Sheila, they did Harry and Meghan a massive favor by saying no to half in, half out, and you know, driving them out. And to think it was only a few months ago we had that horrible incident in New York where they tried to scare. I still believe they were trying to scare Harry out of his court case. He didn't get scared out of his court case. He continued. He came. He conquered. That came and went. The coronation came and went, and here we are, end of a phenomenal week. They did not stop Harry and Meghan. And now Invictus has shown that it has legs. Okay. Anything else I want to mention? Oh yeah, I forgot to show this picture. There was another picture of Meghan reading with the kiddies, all looking very engrossed there. What book is that? Someone zoom in. Does anyone can anyone recognize that book? Anyone with kids? Do you recognize that? Very cute. All right. Yeah, it's been a great week. Let's continue to soak it in. I feel like so many other pictures and backstage videos are gonna come out that will be soaking this up for another few days. And I assume that they have been shooting an Invictus documentary this year as well. So maybe that's something else that we have to look forward to next year. I've still got so many videos and pictures to upload on Instagram and on the videos and shorts tab here. So yeah, let's just keep enjoying this for another few days. And I don't think that this is the end of Sussex September. I think there's still a little bit more for us to see. And I would actually love for us to see more in the coming weeks. Just keep the momentum going. Keep annoying the derangers. I mean, I saw this come up on my feed. The derangers are losing it. Outlets like the DM are paid to run stories by the celebrity PR teams. Oh, so now Harry and Meghan are paying the DM. The DM that Meghan was suing. Somebody else saying, don't forget Matt Wilkinson and the Sun and Victoria Wood flying the flag for the Sussexes this week. Yes, even the haters are flying the flag for the Sussexes. And now the other one is saying mainstream media needs to die. It just can't be trusted. So the same media that has been attacking Harry and Meghan for 6 years, they do just a few positive articles and now the derangers are losing their minds. Cry more, please. Cry more. Anywho, let's end with your comments. And then we will call it a day. Look at how gorgeous Meghan looks. Flawless. Anne Lewis said, if William's advisors cannot outline the situation and speak up because he is a future king, the man will continue to live in a delusional life. The man has not done anything meaningful, only a magpie, yes. But they spoiled him. He's been coddled his whole life. Oh, well, what can I say? As far as Harry's concerned, he still feels compassion for his family, and he says that they're trapped. So that's what Harry says. Sonia, it's a book about Teacher of the Year. Okay. Thanks for confirming. Oh, and Meghan's book was also spotted by a squaddy, the German translation, in a bookstore in Dusseldorf. So the bench is still doing very well. Rohini, what if Meg dropped a new season of Archetypes? Where though? Do you think that they've moved Archetype somewhere else? And if they have, where have they moved it? Or do you think that maybe they're going to go the independent route this time? And then so it won't be exclusive to Spotify. They will just be uploaded everywhere, or maybe they'll go to Apple. So I don't know. Do you think we'll get another season of Archetypes this year? I don't know if we will. I think we'll get something, but I don't think it will be another season of Archetypes. I don't know. Given that they really took their time with the first one, but maybe you're right. Guess that we should just wait and see. Palena, you said, I'm looking forward to Invictus 10th anniversary. Should be a party. A very cold party. Very cold party. That's one thing I definitely won't be looking forward to, but Cinderella, is that dress green or blue? So I think in some light it looks more blue, but it's definitely green. It's like a JD green, and it's laser cut. And about $700 if anybody would like to buy a dress and instead of paying their rent money this month. Which one of you is the rich auntie that keeps buying Meghan's designer clothes? Rochelle, Anne, did you see the woman from Australia telling Meghan they don't believe the stories Australian news is reporting about her? I don't think I saw that. I think I saw another one, but I think it was a Scottish woman. Or maybe it was the same video and I misheard her accent. But that was really nice of that person. Jessica, you said, I want a Nobel Prize for Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. They are phenomenal. Well, some people have been playing around with the idea of a Nobel Prize for Invictus specifically. From my understanding, if you want someone to win a Nobel Prize, you have to be a professor or something like that, and they have to nominate you. So there's a process. Oh, I hope you feel better, Rahini. Oh, I hope it's not like a dengue fever or like a fever from an insect. Feel better. Or maybe actually, Rahini, what you said, maybe the podcast will be like a more visual one. Now, who's that girl that didn't Meghan actually interview her? Ziwe? She does like one which is more like a sit down interview kind of thing. Maybe it will be something like that. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone who donated. Thank you to the mods as always. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already, and hit the thumbs up button. Help us beat the algorithm. More and more people are being suggested the positive Harry and Meghan channels, please. So let's please keep that up, not just on my channel, but on the other channel as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.
again.